You know what? I haven't been on. Okay, sorry about that. Now we have some audio. Um, so I'm hoping that you can hear me now. That should be better. Are you? I'm trying to look and see. Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm running with it. If not, I'll have to go back and record another training later. So anyway, what I was saying is that I hope you guys have enjoyed everything for this week. On day 5 here, our last live training, what I'm going to do is we're doing this live via Facebook. It's going straight in the group. And then there's a way I can download this, and then I'll put it up. I'll host it on YouTube and put it in the membership area for those of you who want to go back and watch it later. But our goal at the very beginning of this, I wanted to help equip you guys with some marketing campaigns that you can use to go out and help increase the impact in your community, that you can help get out there and transform lives of people in your area and transform your life and your practice and just help add value. So I hope that you felt we've done that. Let's kind of recap everything we've done. We had the 3 different campaigns that we did. We had a 3-step condition campaign. We went over the review campaign, and then we also went over, what was the other one? The exam voucher campaign. So we went over all those and kind of the flow, how they worked, and then we took the, guys, I'm a little frustrated because we got some, hey guys, can y'all please stop? It's really loud. Okay, sorry. We got some commotion going on in the kitchen. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we went over the 3 campaigns, and then we took so we had the 3 of those. That was the first day. We went over those 3, and then the second day we kind of broke down how to set everything up inside of ClickFunnels, how to go through and edit what needs to be edited, and then touched on some other stuff the third day. And then the fourth day, which last night I think was one of the best trainings, we did our Facebook Live, our Facebook ads video, where we actually went over some fundamentals of Facebook ads. And then we went from the fundamentals of the Facebook ads, then we went and did the, where you got to look over my shoulder and watch me build an ad. We talked about the campaigns, the ad sets, and the actual ad. I showed you the ad copy, exactly what to say in the ad. I showed you the type of image to use, how we do our audience selection. We went over all that. So I think it was a really valuable training. So I hope you guys, if you haven't gone and watched that, make sure you go and cover that. But let's talk about your marketing plan for 2017. Okay, your 2017 marketing plan. There's a book, I don't know if you've ever read it. It's a tremendous book, fantastic book. If you ever have a chance to get it, The Psychology of Persuasion, or Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, by Robert Cialdini. This is a fantastic business book. But in this book, he goes over 6 different key things that help influence people, or that help persuade people. So that's what's fantastic about it in marketing is, or just in business in general, is whenever you can take your message and make sure that it has these things inside of your message, that you're using all of these keys, it's just going to make your message more persuasive. Okay, you're going to have more influence. So I wanted to talk about those real quick. First, you have reciprocity. And reciprocity is basically sowing and reaping. Whenever you're going out there giving value, people feel the inside there is a unction they have to pay that back. A great example is if you go to a department store at the mall, and there's 2 sets of doors. And as you're walking up, somebody's coming up behind you, you hold the door open for them. When they get to the next set of doors, they feel compelled to now hold the door open for you. it's almost more difficult to just open the door and go through it first than it is for them to hold it open for you. And that's because of the law of reciprocity. It's just this giving and receiving. When people give to us, we feel like we need to do something in return. So in what you're doing, when you're giving value, it's going to build goodwill and people are going to want to do business with you. So reciprocity. Social proof. This is why reviews and testimonials are fantastic, because it builds social proof. You know, whenever you can have these ads going on Facebook and you have a lot of engagement, a lot of likes and comments and shares, that all builds social proof. And so the more social proof that you have, the more influence that you're going to have. And then he talked about liking. People do business with people they like. And that's one of the whole reasons we use that 3-step campaign, is because it helps, because you do different videos in each one. And those videos help people get to know you, get to like you, and get to trust you. So the more stuff that you can do like that, it helps build this liking. As a matter of fact, in the podcast, the Cairo Candy podcast we did this past week, I talked about, we went over email marketing. And one of the things I talked about was different content that you can have to send out to your patients and prospective patients. And one of the things that you can do for content is come up with a list of 5 to 10 questions that, most frequently asked questions that you have from patients. And you write down a list and you do a short 2 to 3 minute video on each question. Then you come up with 5 to 10 questions that you wish patients would ask. And you make that list, and then you go through and do a 2 to 3 minute video on each one of those. That's actually something I got from a marketer, Mike Filsaime. That's what he teaches. And it's great. It's a great way to get good content. But that right there is going to give you 10 to 15 videos, and you can host those. I wouldn't keep them straight, put them on YouTube, but don't send people to your YouTube channel. You want to get those on your website, or use your ClickFunnels account and host them on separate pages like that. Because inside of ClickFunnels, and whoever's handling your website should know this, there's some code that you can use when you embed it, and it's not going to show the related ads at the end. If you send them straight to YouTube, when they watch your video, when it's over, it's going to show them a bunch of other related ads, and then they're distracted and they're looking at, kitty cats playing the piano. So you can use YouTube to host your videos, but put them somewhere there. But that's just another thing that's going to help build liking, okay? People get to know, like, and trust you. So that's one of the things we're going for. And then the fourth thing he talks about is authority. It's one of the reasons I love helping docs write books is, look, what's that word right there? It's an author. Whenever you become an author, it automatically gives you authority. And it's just such a great tool for publicity and all kinds of stuff. But even aside from becoming an author, you can still have authority. There's things that you can do to help build authority in your community and in your profession. And then we have scarcity. When you can do something that creates an urgency because it may not last, or you only have a couple of spots open or something like that. So that's really good. And then commitment and consistency. When people, that's one of the reasons when you're doing Facebook ads, you want to let them run. You can change them up some, but you want to let them run because people get used to seeing you, and sometimes it takes a little bit. That's why in one of the trainings we went over some of the retargeting, having that Facebook pixel set up, how to set it up properly, and how to make sure that it's on your main website. Even when people are going from Google to your website, you can retarget those guys on Facebook whenever they have another Facebook tab open. Facebook will build that audience so you can retarget them. They see your stuff over and over again, and that's consistency. So these are 6 key fundamentals of influence. So whatever you can do in your business to build these, it's going to increase your influence, increase your persuasion, and it's overall just going to help your practice. But let's talk about 3 keys for 2017, okay, for you to come up with a great plan. Now, a lot of docs know what they need to be doing, they're just not doing it. I hear it all the time with doctors that I work with. And there's a scripture, Proverbs 29:18, I believe it is, that says, without a vision, the people perish. You have to have a plan. You have to have a goal. There's another scripture in Habakkuk 2:2, I believe it is, where it says, come up with a plan, write it down on a tablet, so he who reads it can run with it. So you want to have a plan. You want to have something that we're going to be going for. Well, the first key here is your goal. What is your goal for this next year? And look at your numbers. You know, is it, you know, how many new patients do you want to be getting a month? How many visits do you want to be seeing a week? What's your collections goals? Write down goals for all the different areas that are important to you. It may be that you want to restructure your hours so you're spending more time with the family and still collecting the same amount or collecting more. Put together some goals and then come up with a plan. I say this all the time. Whatever your dream practice looks like, there are doctors out there that have built that practice. Okay? So whatever your dream practice is, you can build it. But you have to first know what that looks like, and you have to have a goal or goals. Okay? Well, I guess we can make this plural, huh? Goals that you want for 2017. So over the next couple of weeks, okay, the last couple of weeks in December, look back over this year. Where did you start? Where did you end? What would you have done different? And then what are you going to do different for 2017? Okay? So the first key is you have to have goals. The second key is you need some systems in place. You need systems for new patients. You need systems for existing patients. You need systems for reactivations, systems on just patient flow. You know more about the systems than I know about the systems, other than maybe just, you know, a marketing system. But you have to have systems in place. You can't just be, you know, going here and going there and just hoping that everything works out fine. The thing is, this is how a lot of people operate, is without systems. But these docs that are building these seven-figure practices, multiple seven-figure practices, you can guarantee that they all have solid systems in place. All right? And then key number 3 is your team. You've got to have a solid team. And I love the book. I've got it somewhere. I think it's Jim Collins, Good to Great. He talks about you don't have a great practice because you have a good practice. You know, we don't have a great marriage because we have a good marriage. And we settle for good instead of going for great. And one of the key things that I took away out of that book is he was saying you have to surround yourself with the right team. You have to get the right people on the bus. When you have the right people on the bus, it doesn't matter where you're going. You can get anywhere you want. You can accomplish great things with the right people on the bus. So you have to have a team in place, and then make sure everybody's operating inside their gifts and their talents. You know, if you have somebody that's good at administration, good at putting together systems, let them handle that. You know, I know docs who, they don't run their business. They go in, they treat patients, they adjust patients, that's it. They have other people that do the marketing, other people that do, you know, the billing and everything else that goes with running a practice. They just do what they want to do, okay? But it takes systems to be able to build that, and it takes a team. It takes having the right people in the right place, all right? But when you have these things and you're using this stuff right here to help build your influence, that's going to help equip you to have a great 2017, all right? And that was our goal. So when you look at these campaigns that we did the exam voucher campaign, the review contest, the 3-step condition campaign. Each one of these uses an element of these 6 things. For example, the voucher campaign, we use scarcity also because, you know, hey, there's only so many vouchers available. Click here to claim yours now. So we use that. The review campaign is all about building social proof. All right? And then the 3-step condition, that goes, one, it's giving, we're using reciprocity, it's building liking, it's showing commitment and consistency, authority, and then you follow that up with an exam campaign, and then you're an exam voucher campaign, and you're hitting all of these at one time. So I'm telling you, it is important to get this stuff set up. You know, Facebook is not going anywhere. I didn't talk about this in the training the other night, and I almost did. Facebook, there's so many people that get on Facebook every day. Facebook has so much information about your potential patients and the demographics, the psychographics, the geographics of exactly who it is that you want in your office. You can find them on Facebook. They are on Facebook. You know, look at how popular videos were in general on YouTube. So Facebook here about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, really started pushing videos. Used to, you could put a YouTube video on Facebook and it would get a lot of views and stuff right there on Facebook. Well, then Facebook changed it. They didn't let them play straight on Facebook anymore because they want you watching Facebook videos. They want people to upload videos directly to Facebook. And then, what was it? My mind's going blank here. But it was one of the, Periscope. Actually, Meerkat and then Periscope both came out around the same time. Periscope really took off, and it was a way to do live stream videos, short live stream videos. And it really got popular really, really quick. Well, Facebook takes notice. You know what? We're going to do something like that. And they introduced Facebook Live. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, I know here in Texas, we've been seeing Facebook advertisements on TV promoting Facebook Live. I don't ever remember seeing a Facebook commercial before. I don't think I've ever have, other than them wanting to promote Facebook Live. They are not going anywhere. So you need to learn how to use Facebook and how to come up with campaigns that can be used on Facebook to help you grow your practice, to help you gain authority and, you know, have some consistency and share some stuff and get people to know, like, and trust you. That's what this week was all about, okay? But even talking about team, there's some things that you're good at and some things that you're not. I know some docs, they love putting these campaigns like this together, and they just run with it. And then there's some of you that I've already got emails from you. You look at some of it and you scratch your head and you're like, oh, this is just not my thing. I want to know what to do, but Billy, what would it cost for you just to do it for me? So I've had several emails like that. So we're going to end with this. If you would like me to sit down and actually build out all of these for you, okay, get every one of these set up, get all the campaigns done, do all the tracking pixels, build your audiences, set up your Facebook ads, get everything done to where for next year you have a plan, you know which ad you want to run, when you want to run it, and all that stuff. If you're interested, I do have a few spots that I can work with some docs. We had 90-something people sign up to this, and I'm also going to be sending this out, with those emails that went out earlier, you know, promoting this last video. And I know some of the docs are going to follow up. So we see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to create some scarcity. Right now I have close to 30 clients, give or take 30 clients that I'm working with. Some of those, I would say about a third of them, we're working on books, okay? They're wanting to become authorities, and we're working on getting their books done. The other 2/3 of them, we're doing Facebook marketing. So, and then we do some Google stuff also, but mainly Facebook marketing. I cannot work with a whole bunch of people just because I'm too diluted. It's me, my son helps me a little bit, my wife's starting to help some. I just can't help too many people. But if you're interested and you would like to talk about working with me and having me set all this stuff up for you, then you can go to chirocandy.com/schedule. And all this does is you go through and you just set up a time to get on the phone with me. We'll take about 15 minutes. We'll talk about your practice, where you're at, what your goals are for this next year, and then we'll talk about what options and what all needs to be done as far as me sitting down and working with you. This is going to be kind of first come, first serve, so Just get on there if you're interested in working with me, and then just schedule a time for us to talk. All right? If you guys have any more questions about anything that we've gone over this week, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. You can, post something here in the group. You can reach me on Facebook. You can just go to Chiro Candy. You can reach me there. Whatever it is I can do to help you increase your impact, transform the lives of others, I really do want to help. So that's it. This wraps up our Chiropractic Marketing Challenge. Thank you guys so much. If you found value, if you don't mind, write me a short little testimonial or something that I could use in some other marketing stuff. That would be fantastic. But that's it. If you need something, let me know. See ya.